Hidden in the shadows of biblical history lies a people most have forgotten, the Jebusites. Mentioned only in passing, they are often overlooked. Yet their story is far from ordinary. For the Jebusites were the ancient guardians of Jerusalem. Long before King David ever set foot in Zion. But here's the mystery. Though the Bible describes their fall, the Jebusites did not vanish. Their bloodline, their traditions, their spirit live on, not in Israel, not in Canaan, but in West Africa, among the Ijebu people of Nigeria. How could this be? How could a Canaanite tribe, rooted in Jerusalem, be linked to the Yoruba people thousands of miles away? Tonight, we unravel this mystery. From Ijebu on the Nile, to Jebus in Canaan, to Ijebu in Nigeria. This is the story of migration, conquest, displacement, and survival. In biblical texts, the Jebusites appear as one of the peoples of Canaan. Their capital was Jerusalem, then called Jebus. They were strong, fortified, and not easily displaced. But what makes their story so fascinating is that they were not just another nameless tribe. They left a cultural fingerprint in religion, in kingship, in symbolism that matches traditions found centuries later in Nigeria. Our journey begins in Egypt. On the Nile stood a sacred island called Ijebu, today Elephantine. The name Ijebu echoes through time. From this root, we later hear of Jebu and Jebus. It is here that they, people who would become the Jebusites, carried their sacred traditions eastward into the land of Canaan. This migration was not unusual. Many ancient peoples moved between the Nile and Canaan. Archaeologists have found Egyptian influence in Canaanite cities, from pottery to temple design. The Jebusites, however, carried something unique, the serpent totem. In Egypt, the serpent represented eternity, protection, cosmic balance. The Jebusites held on to this, and when their descendants migrated further west, the Ijebu of Nigeria retained it. Even today, the Ijebu are divided into two branches, Nego Jebu and Ketu Jebu, both associated with the serpent. By the time Israel entered the Promised Land, the Jebusites were already deeply entrenched. Their capital, Jebus, was considered
their towers rise
unconquerable.
high.
The Bible tells us in 1
Men of Israel,
Chronicles
do not
11
fear their
4,
walls.
David
God of our
and
fathers
all
is with us.
Israel marched to Jerusalem. That is Jebus, where the Jebusites were, the inhabitants of the land. Even Joshua did not drive them out. They stood firm, holding Jerusalem for generations. This is important. The Jebusites were not like other Canaanites who fell quickly. Their resilience suggests strong unity, advanced fortifications, and perhaps a covenant. Rabbinic traditions even claim that Abraham himself made a covenant with the Jebusites when he purchased the cave of Machpelah,